Hello, lovely people. Remember when I said I wasn't going to buy any more books? Well, luckily, most of these books I didn't technically buy, but I have been accumulating a nice pile of books since the beginning of March, so I thought since it's almost the end of April, I would finally share them with you guys. The first few books that I have to show you I got from my favorite used bookstore in the town over. I skimmed my bookshelves and looked for books I didn't think I was going to read or that I didn't think that I would reread, and took them to that store and traded them. So technically, I didn't buy any of these books. So, yeah. The first book I picked up I was really excited to find because I couldn't find it at my local library. It is A Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius by Dave Eggers. I was really inspired to pick up this book by O at O Reads Books. She did a fabulous review of this book a couple of months back, I think. So I will definitely leave a link to that video in the description below. And I've never read any Dave Eggers before, so if you have any suggestions about how to approach this book, I would love to know in the comments. The next book I found at the local bookstore was Like Waterford Chocolate by Laura Esquivel. It is described as a novel in monthly installments with recipes, romances, and home remedies. I've always been kind of intrigued by this book for a number of reasons. One being that my mother is Hispanic, so I have this desire to learn more about the Hispanic culture, even if it is just through fiction. The last book was kind of inspired by my mother, and this next book was inspired a little bit by my father, and it is A Separate Piece by John Knowles. Now see, neither of my parents really are readers, so this is one of the few books my father ever recommended to me as a young person, so I don't know much about the synopsis, so it was a very important find for me, so hopefully I will finally get to it and see what he loved about it. The last book I got from the used bookstore is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I don't really know much about this novel other than it's kind of a classic. My fellow late-night staffer at the library loves this book, so I thought I would pick it up since it was kind of for free. The next selection of books I got at my local secondhand store. Going to my local secondhand store is one of my favorite things to do. The first book that I'm going to show you was also recommended to me by my fellow late-night staffer at the library, and it is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. It is this massive historical fiction time travel novel that I've heard mixed reviews about, but I couldn't pass it up because it was only, I think, 25 cents. The next book I was excited to find for 25 cents at my local thrift store because I had heard Ariel from Ariel Bissett rave about this classic, and it is Animal Farm by George Orwell. The next book is A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin. This is the fourth book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. I've only read the first one. I have read a little bit of the second one, A Clash of Kings. I don't own the third one, but now I own the fourth one and the fifth one. And I couldn't pass it up because it was only 50 cents. The next book I found was White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I still haven't read my copy of On Beauty by Zadie Smith, but I'm hoping to read one of her novels in the next month because I might be reading her newest novel with a few lovely people on YouTube. The next book I found was 44 Scotland Street by Alexander McCall Smith. I still haven't read the #1 Ladies Detective Agency, but I thought I'd pick this one up anyway because his work sounds promising. The next book I found is Let's Pretend This Never Happened by Jenny Lawson. It is a mostly true memoir about her life with her crazy taxidermist father. I've heard that it's a really funny memoir, so I'm hoping to read it soon, and it was only $1. The last book I found at my local secondhand store you've already seen, but I was really excited to find it, and it is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. As you know from my favorite books in all the genres videos, this is currently my favorite book of all time, and I was really happy to find it because I only owned it on my e-reader, and it's just nice to have a physical copy if I want to share the love of this book with other people. The next book is the only book that I bought brand new, and it is The Nerdist Way, How to Reach the Next Level in Real Life by Chris Hardwick. If you're not familiar with this lovely man on the front is Chris Hardwick. He is a talk show host and a stand-up comedian. He is probably most notable for being the talk show host of The Nerdist on BBC America and The Talking Dead on AMC. And I just really love his personality on both of those television shows. This is basically a self-help book for nerds and how to embrace your nerdiness and how to use it to become a successful human being. If you've seen my genre swap video, then you already have seen this, but I couldn't resist showing it again because it's so beautiful, and it is Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger, and I got this from Jessica at Price's One. Again, thank you very much for this beautiful book. I found out that this author is originally an adult author, and this book is about a finishing school that is not just about the normal etiquette and properness, but also about learning how to kill people, maybe? and be a spy. I guess that's where the title comes in, Etiquette and Espionage, and I'm really excited about it. It seems like it's going to be a really fun read, so like I said, thanks again, Jessica. You know the drill. If you've read any of these books, I would love to know what you think about them, and if you want to see a review of any of these books, you should tell me in the comments so that I can consider reading it sooner. I hope you guys enjoyed that book haul. I've been anxious to do this video for you guys because I've had these books piling up and I've been wanting to put them on my shelves, but I didn't want to put them on my shelves and leave any out to show you guys. Thank you for watching. I am currently reading this lovely book, Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. What are you reading? Squeak, squeak, squeak.